Hello guys, it is me, and I finally have come up with what I am hoping is going to be a wonderful project for you guys. The reason that I am late, if you ever wanted to go and look at what I was originally thinking, in Pearson in my lab, there's something here called Building Strategic Compensation, and it is a 4-phase project, and I thought we could do the last two, but on further analysis, I felt like it was far more technical than we could probably do in this amount of time at the end of the semester in this remote format. So we came up with something new, and here is where you'll be able to find it. So in our Blackboard course, if you go to Assignments and click on the folder for Compensation Management, or sorry, Compensation Project, then you're going to see this is the very first document, and this is what you're going to want to look at. It's an overview of the entire project as well as the different topics. So this is a research project presentation. I have it pulled up here. And I'm also changing the grade structure, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But this project will culminate in an 8 to 12 minute recorded video, just like I'm doing here. It will be due on April 26th. I will grade you on the quality of the content as well as your delivery. And then here are the different deliverables. We are going to do this because what I'm asking each of you to do, and this is again in groups, you can either do it by yourself or a group up to 4 people. And I just really want you to dive into a compensation topic that interests you and that would interest other people. And this is one of those things that the best way to learn something is to teach it. And so by doing your research and figuring out the intricacies of a particular compensation project or topic, then you will become the expert. And I am excited to learn from you. So these are the deliverables, and all of this will be uploaded into Blackboard. So the first deliverable is already up in Blackboard. If we go back to the project, everything that you'll be submitting is in blue. Everything that's informational is in black. So the first thing that I need to know is who's in your team and what is going to be your topic. And then there is a team contract so that you can set expectations with one another. I'm also going to ask you to give me a unique group name so that I can put you into groups. The first document, this document, each of you will submit individually to make sure that everybody agrees on who's in the team, and that I can make sure everybody has a team member, or will be doing it individually. And then after that, I will be able to put you into groups so that you can just submit one document for the group. The next few items that will be delivered is, as you're doing your research, I want you to really look at different types of journals and documents and videos so that you can get a good understanding of this topic. So what I'll be asking you to do is to just do a rough outline and a list of those resources that you think will be your final list, or that you're working on, so that you can have a rough draft. That's going to be worth 10 points. Then, I should scroll down, sorry. In the end, such a rough draft, and then the third thing that will be due is an executive summary and your final list of resources. So all that an executive summary is can be 1 page or less, however you decide to do it. But it is a brief statement of the topic that you're covering, why it's interesting, why you chose it maybe, and then background information, again brief, a concise analysis of all that information and your main conclusions. Then you'll do a presentation, and I also am asking you to do 2 exam questions, and these are questions and answers. There'll be an either essay or short answer form, and we'll be doing peer evaluations. Once everybody has submitted their presentation, it'll be a link, a YouTube link in a discussion board. Then I'm going to ask you guys to watch each other's videos and rate them. All right, so that may take some time. So again, the more groups we have, groups of 4, the fewer videos. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about this. So here are the different topics. It's in that same document. And these are just topics that I've come up with, and they range from core compensation to benefits to what's going on in the world currently. And so just look through this list. If you like any of these, then that's what you should choose. Or you can pick your own topic. That's fine. You just need to let me know, and so that I can approve it. My concern would be to make sure that there's enough information out there that you would have to do an 8 to 12 minute presentation. All right, and I've also provided already an oral presentation rubric. This is how I'm going to grade you. Here's some information on how you can do Zoom video conferencing so that you can meet virtually, and also how you'll be able to record. Here's some information on how you upload these video presentations onto YouTube. Here is a peer evaluation. So if you are in a team of more than yourself, you will be doing a peer evaluation. These are the things that I am going to ask you to evaluate on each other. This you aren't going to be able to see yet, but because I want to do groups. All right. What is here is a discussion board. And so if you don't know people in our class well enough, you can post on the discussion board who you are, what your major is, what your strengths are, when you'd be willing to work, and then you can communicate with each other that way and be able to form a team. All right, the last thing I want to talk to you about, you can find it under Student Resources, and that is our grade estimator. Here's what that looks like. So again, we have all of our Learning Catalytics, which is now the Edpuzzle. We've got the learning, my Management Lab quizzes, my Management Lab crunch the numbers, and you have exam 1. We are now going to have this one compensation project, and we're going to have a final exam, which is cumulative. So what I would like you guys to do is to figure out how much you would like each of those 2 remaining elements to be in terms of the percentages. You must choose, it must be at least 15%. But you can play with these numbers. You can insert your scores here already for what you have, and then kind of play around with what that compensation project might be, your final exam, to determine what you would like to have as your different percentages. I will ask you for that information later on, and so you have some time to think about it. I think that's all that I have to say. I'm probably going to set up a virtual office hours. I'll send it out in an announcement on Wednesday at 9 a.m., so our normal class time. This will give you a time to look over these documents here and then come up with questions that I can answer for you on Wednesday. Again, if you need to meet with me, just hit this, schedule a meeting, and I'll be happy to meet with you guys. So I hope you are having a good week, and I will talk with you soon. Thanks.